Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Think Future. My name's Chris Calabugas, and once again, we're coming at you live from deep in the heart of Silicon Valley, California. We're talking innovation, startups, the future. Not necessarily those, and not necessarily in that order. If you're watching on YouTube, smack that subscribe button and hit that bell so you can be notified when a new show comes online. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast service, please subscribe and please drop a note on Apple Podcasts. We greatly appreciate it. So today's Thursday show. Yesterday was the interview show of the week. So if you are interested in interviewing, in joining the show as an interviewee on the Think Future podcast, please go to ideateandexecute.com and hit the button or hit the menu item that says Get Interviewed, and we'll get you all set up. So if you're interested in innovation, if you're interested in startups, you're a startup founder, you want to tell us your story, or want to talk about the future, please check the website and let me know if you're interested in coming on board the show. That'd be great. What do we want to talk about today? Oh yeah, happiness. Happiness. What is happiness? It's like, what is it again? The pursuit of happiness. It's enshrined in the American Constitution. What is happiness? How do we know what is happiness? Because I think, if you ask me, happiness, there's no such thing as a generic happiness. I mean, there are foundations of things which can take you to the point where you can feel happy. When you go above and beyond, it's sort of like Maslow's pyramid, where once the certain things are done for you, once you can do these certain things, then you can get to the point where you can be self-actualized and actually reach for happiness. But happiness is one of those things, it's so elusive, because they've done studies on people who have had horrible things happen to them, and they've done studies on things for people who've had amazing things happen to them, people who've lost limbs and people who've won lotteries. And for some reason, every time one of these things happen, their happiness level seems to just come back to around the same place. So typically people are in a 70% happiness range. Now, some people are below that and some people are above it, but on average, people are in the 70% happiness range. And when something really good happens to you, you go up above the 70% happiness range, but then over time, you come back down to the 70%. And if something horrible happens to you, it goes down, but then as time goes by, it goes back up to the 70%. It seems like there's this median of happiness that we get to. But what does that have to do with innovation? What does that have to do with startups? Because if you look about it, think about design thinking for a second. Design thinking seeks to deeply understand the customer. And once you deeply understand the customer, you'll understand that the customer has certain things that they want to do, tasks to be done, certain things that the customer wants to complete. And those things that the customer wants done may make them happy, may make them not sad, but it may make them happy. It may meet the customer's desires. Once we find out what the customer wants, then we can meet and exceed those desires, thus hopefully leading to customer happiness and customer delight. Isn't that what we're all looking for? Aren't we all looking to improve our customers' lives? Isn't that the whole point? So we have to have some kind of understanding of what happiness is. What will make our customers happy? If you have a startup and you have customers, what makes them happy? What is it that makes them look at you and go, you guys are amazing, you make me so happy, everything's wonderful? How does it improve your customers' lives? So we need some kind of understanding of customer happiness. But the problem with happiness is that happiness is really elusive. It's really elusive among our customers. How do we know what makes them happy? Do we do market research? Sure, we can do market research, asking them if they're happy or not. But, if you listen to Dan O'Reilly or any of those other researchers, they can tell you that a lot of times people lie on those things. They're not truthful. They don't tell you exactly what they think. No, they can say whatever they want. They put down anything that they want. They don't necessarily say, this is what makes me happy. So we have to dig deeper. We have to dig deeper to figure out what exactly do they want. And maybe we're not so interested in customer happiness as we are in customer unsadness, or at least making sure that the job that they need done is done. So maybe thinking about happiness is too much of a lofty goal, although maybe it isn't. Maybe happiness, maybe if you're in a want business as opposed to a need business, maybe if you're in a want situation, then happiness is exactly what you're looking for. For example, if you're peddling crumble cookies or something like that, or some rich dessert or some treat for people, you really want to go after happiness. You don't want to go after a job to be done. You want to go after happiness. But if you're doing, I don't know, log mining or something like that, which makes sure that people don't lose money on certain things, maybe that is less of a happiness play and more of a let's see if we can save you money play. So we're not necessarily going for happiness. We don't necessarily need to know what makes our customers happy in order to build a product that rocks for them. So the question is, depending on what you're doing, is happiness is important or not? That's it for me for today. See you next time, and until then, don't forget to think future.